Hello,
Hello, how you doing?
how are you doing today?
I'm fine.
Great. So, can you tell me what prompted you to come and see me today? What's going on?
I'm having some family issues and family matters.
Can you tell me what family matters are you having issues with?
It's when I was growing up as a child, my mother wasn't really there to take care of me and my father wasn't there. My grandmother and my grandfather, they raised me.
Hmm.
So I'm having some family problems like that. They're bringing up past memories of what happened in my childhood, and I feel that I was neglected as a child.
I understand. So, when you say you have family problems, what family problems?
Like my mother, she wasn't there as a child, so I feel a little, maybe a little animosity toward her.
Okay, so you feel that you have anger and animosity?
Yes,
And so, when you say animosity, what do you mean by animosity?
it's not in a hateful state. I feel that she should have did more for me that than she did.
Okay, you feel that she should have did more than she did?
Yes.
What is it that she didn't do that you feel that she should have done?
The main thing I feel that she should have done, because she never really showed me any motherly love. That's the
Okay.
main thing.
All right. So you said she never showed you any motherly love?
No, no motherly love.
All right. Okay. Well, I understand what you're saying. So I just want to understand that you feel that you had family problems since you was
Yes,
a child, and your grandmother and your grandfather raised you.
yes,
With her not being there or showing you motherly love, it made you feel anger and
yes,
animosity.
yes.
What do you think she should have done better for you?
I feel she should have been there as a mother. Even though my grandmother had raised me and was taking care of me, I feel she could have made it more better so I would have been able to go to college
Right.
and I would have been able to do things that I wanted to accomplish in life. And it could have made my life more easier.
Right. Now, what I would like to ask you is, have you accomplished some of the things since you and your mom have not been close? Have you accomplished anything in your life?
I accomplished some things, but it has been very hard.
Right.
It's been a hard situation through
What
life.
have you accomplished, though? Tell me, what have you
Um,
accomplished?
I'm working for a company with seniors and I'm driving and enjoying my seniors, and I work for social service and I
Hmm.
drive at transportation. And I feel in my heart I accomplish when I do things for them and I help them and
Yes,
all like that. And that really makes me feel good.
I agree. I think that's great. Well, I understand what you're saying. I understand that you find that your mother, as you mentioned to me, that it brought your anger and animosity. She wasn't there, and you could have went to college
Right.
if she was there for you. Well, let me ask you this question: are there any family members that you do enjoy,
Yes,
that you have some communication with?
yes, my aunt.
Okay, your aunt.
Yes.
Okay. So, how do you feel about your aunt, and how
I,
does she feel about you?
I love my aunt like she was the missing mom that wasn't there.
Okay. I like that. Okay. Let me ask you, she was like the missing mom that wasn't there.
She shows me true love.
Okay.
She gives me motherly love. She encouraged me. She talked to me when I need to talk to her. And
So I understand when we're talking about behaviors or
yes,
thoughts, we have these. irrational thoughts that we experience, like anger, animosity.
Yes.
But if I'm understanding correctly, when you talk to your aunt, you find encouragement,
Yes.
love.
Yes.
How do you feel emotionally when you're talking to her?
I feel emotionally like I want to cry or want to get teary eyed because my mother is not there.
Right.
Even though my aunt, I have that motherly love there from her and stuff, but the biological parent who births you and stuff, she's not there.
All right. So when you talk to your aunt, you said you feel like crying, and because the biological mother's not there.
Right.
When you're with your aunt, and I do recall you saying, if let me understand that when you're with your aunt, you find true love, you're
Yes.
encouraged. What about the anger?
The anger gets subdued.
Excuse me. What about the anger that you feel when a reference to your mother? And how do you feel when you talk to your aunt? Is there anger there, or? And I know you mentioned love. So, what emotions are you feeling when you're talking to your aunt,
When I'm talking to my
other
aunt,
than the crying?
when I'm talking to my aunt, I feel peace.
You find peace.
I find
Right?
peace when I talk to my aunt.
Okay. That's beautiful. When was the last time that you spoke to your mother?
It has been approximately 2 years.
Okay, so it's been 2 years that you
Yeah.
spoke to your mother. Okay. When was the last time you saw your mother?
Approximately 2 years.
The 2 years you
2
saw
years.
her and spoke to her? Okay, I understand. Well, I want to ask this other question, and I wanted to know your aunt. Is there anyone else that you have in your family that you can talk to? Any other family members or friends or siblings?
Yes, I have my sister. My sister, I talk to her too
Okay,
much.
all
My
right. So
second oldest sister.
your sister. Okay, all right. When you talk to your sister, how do you feel?
Love, peace.
Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, all right. And I know that you said that you work at your job, and
Yes.
when you're talking to the clients,
Yes.
how do you feel with them?
I feel comfortable and I feel that I can relate and talk to them about issues and what I'm going through, and they feel comfortable. They give me hugs, kisses,
All
and they
right.
show me love.
Right, they show you love. So when I'm listening to that, from anger, you find peace
Yes,
when you speak to your aunt. You said you find peace when you speak to your sister.
yes,
So that means when we look at things and we look at it differently, you find peace with the family that has a support system.
yes,
Is there a support system in your life? Are they the people you can talk to when, under the circumstances, when you're not able to talk to your mother, when there's no
yes,
conversation?
yes, yes.
Oh, wonderful. I need to ask, is there other support systems that you have?
Yes, I have a wife.
Okay.
And I have 4 sons, and they talk to me. And my wife, she is very encouragement, and she showed me love and everything and kindness, and my sons too. That's the love what I didn't get from my mother. They give me that love, and I show that love to them.
So I'm understanding that you kind of sound you got a pretty good support system, if I'm understanding
Yes,
right,
yes,
which is really great. So you
yes,
have your aunt, you have your sister, you have the people in your job,
yes,
you have your wife, and you have your sons.
yes.
So that's a great thing. What have you accomplished in your life for yourself? You mentioned that you didn't go to college, and if your mother was there, she could have helped you. But I want you to tell me something positive that you have accomplished for yourself with job or education. What are you doing to turn things positive to in your life? What's going on in your life? What have you done?
I have my CDL license,
Okay, so
and I
great.
drive for transportation. I have accomplished that.
Mhm.
But in the future, I want to go back to school and maybe brush up on my computer skills,
Mhm.
and maybe move on and try to get something in the computer field
Right,
eventually.
right. Well, that is great. Well, I definitely want to say that that is wonderful. Your CDL license, go back to school, brush up on your computer skills. That's wonderful. How are you going to do that? How are you going to accomplish this? What you going to do for your computer skills?
I'm gonna have to go to college, maybe go to a computer school
Okay.
and learn that. I'm gonna try to go to maybe CPCC is a community college in our town here,
Yes.
our town where we live in, a
Sure.
community school,
Hmm.
and then go ahead on from there.
That's wonderful. Do your job have opportunities so you can
Yes,
have ongoing training for
yes,
computers?
yes. They have we have training things that I can do on the job and stuff.
Okay.
Right.
What have you done to approach, let's say, your supervisor so you can accomplish some of the computer skills?
I have talked to my supervisor, and he told me let him know whenever it's it can be more have more time. I can go
Mhm.
ahead and set up the classes for the computer classes.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any other siblings that's in your life that you communicate with?
I have my other sister, but we don't really communicate because she had a nervous breakdown
No.
a couple of years ago, and she has her ups and downs.
Okay. And do your sister live close to you, or is she in another state?
She's in another state.
Do you and her communicate
Yes,
at
my
times?
yeah, my other sister, my first sister.
How do you feel about your sister that's in another state? The
My,
one that you mentioned that had a nervous breakdown.
I love her, but when we talk on the phone, or when we talk on the phone, we have problems because she wants to always be right about everything, even though some things what she want to talk about is not right and stuff because she goes through the mental problem and stuff like that. When you try to tell her something, she feel that she's right and she hangs up the phone on and she don't really want to talk to her.
Let me ask you a question. I understand exactly what you're saying. Do you feel that, in spite of her mental condition, that all of us are perfect?
No, we're not perfect.
We're not
We're
perfect.
not
So we all have flaws.
Yes,
Do you believe that things could get better for her?
I believe it.
Okay.
I believe it in prayer and
Hmm.
I believe it
Absolutely, with prayer.
in prayer.
What other methods do you think can help her to get better? That y'all can also have a better communication.
Maybe counseling, and maybe when we do the counseling, we can talk about certain things that we need to talk about to try to bring forth healing in our life so we can get understanding about one another.
So when you do talk to her, sometimes y'all are able to
Yeah,
communicate.
sometimes.
All right. And when you do talk to her at times when you are able to communicate, do you feel anger? What do you feel? What is your feelings with your sister?
I don't really feel anger. I feel that I don't really feel anger. I feel love for her, but I